Okay, Mrs. Olson math tip for division. Now, dividing can be complicated because there's many ways of writing the question in different ways, meaning the same thing. For example, if I wanted to know what 28 divided by 4 was, it could look like that. It could look like that. Or it could look like this. I can hear yourself saying, but that's a fraction. That's fine, because this line in a fraction really means divided by. That's 28 divided by 4. 28 divided by 4. 28 divided by 4. Now here is my tip of the day. Because division can be written as a fraction, then as long as you know how to make equal fractions, you can make division easier for yourself. So if I write my 28 divided by 4 like this, I can make an equal fraction to something easier. So let's say I don't know my 4 times table very well. Well, you know to make equal fractions, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So if I divide them both by 2, 28 divided by 2 is 14. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Do you agree 28 quarters the same as 14 halves? 28 divided by 4 is the same as 14 divided by 2. And then I can make another equal fraction. Divide them both by 2 again. As long as you're doing the same to the bottom and the top. So here you're doing the same to 28 and 20 and 4. And when I mean the same, I mean you have to divide them both by the same number. Or you could multiply them both by the same number. You'd still get the same answer, as long as you're doing the same, multiplying or dividing. So 14 divided by 2 is 7, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. There we have our answer. Our answer is the whole number 7. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. 7, 7. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, this can help us in any division, and it can be a much more complicated division. For example, let's just clear the whole thing. What if I had a decimal? So let's say I had 2.4 divided by 0.8. Okay, so that could look like 2.4 divided by 0.8. Let me just get rid of more of this here. Try and rub out those marks, not very easy. Let's change the colour, change it to blue. Or that could also look like 0.8. How many times does it go into 2.4? Or you can do 2.4 divided by 0.8. Now it's never a good idea to have to divide by a decimal. And when I mean by a decimal, I mean the divisor. It was 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. What we ideally want to do is make that into a whole number. Dividing by decimals is difficult. The dividend, dividing into a decimal is fine, but not if it's by a decimal number. So by using our equal fractions rule, we can make this a whole number if we times it by 10, which I'm going to do. 0.8 times by 10 is the whole number 8. But I can only do that if I do the same to the top. So I have to multiply my 2.4 by 10, which gives me 24. And now we can do it. 24 divided by 8 is 3. And if you weren't sure, you could divide them both by 2. As long as you do the same to both, you get 12 divided by 4, which you know is 3. You could divide by 2 again, which will give you 6 divided by 2. They all give you the answer 3. So 2.4 divided by 0.8 is the whole number 3. Isn't maths wonderful? 3, 3, equals 3. There we are. Tip of the day. When you're dividing, put it in fraction form and try and make an equal fraction that's easier to divide for you. Thank you for watching.